Hi, it's Candy Michael here in Powell, Ohio. And today we are having a shark frenzy of fun over here as I'm going to show you some fun party favors for all different types of parties. Well, shark parties, of course. And I am going to show you a couple of fun cards. One of them will be a pop-up card. So I'm really excited to get started. So guess what my theme is? You guessed it. It is the Stampin' Up! Shark Frenzy bundle. And I cannot tell you how much fun I've had all week just thinking about all these different ideas and putting them all together. Hello, Dina and Ruth and June. Thanks for stopping in, you guys. So what do you think of my little shark? Doo-doo, 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 doo-doo. It's actually a pool game, and it has these fun little toys that you can go along the water and eat them up. How fun is that? Good thing I have a pool. We can play that later on. Hey, Deb. So as you can see, I've been having some fun with you guys all week, giving you some little fun photos to share. But right now, I just have so much to show you. I want to make sure I can get through it all and keep you guys excited. Oh, thank you, all my selfies. Yes, I love being silly. You know that. Okay, so we're going to use the Shark Frenzy bundle, and that is still in our mini catalog, and it will be there until, shoot, I had the page number and everything. It'll be in here until this catalog ends or until the products sell out, whichever comes first. Of course, we never know that. But hopefully after this video, just everybody is going to want one. I know, baby shark, do-do-do-do-do-do-do, baby shark, do-do-do-do, mama shark, do-do-do-do-do, mama shark, do-do-do-do. I actually had to listen to that video. Hi, Deb, or Debbie Blake. How are you doing? So that bundle is on page 46 of the mini catalog, and I will show you in case you haven't seen it yet. You know, it's one of those that I saw and I thought, oh, those are cute for little kids. But you know what? It's not just for kids, because I'm going to show you some fun stuff that you can do that's not just babyish. So sit down, buckle up, and let's have some fun. All right, so the first thing that I'm going to do is tell you about my website, candystampers.com. And as I move my lifesavers away, get it? Lifesavers. We're kind of doing the ocean theme here. I love to amuse myself. Okay, where should I start? How about I start with some fun little party favors? So these were me kind of thinking of the baby shark and the baby shark theme and how fun it would be to do some fun little treats for a party. These have, I was able to fit 3 lifesavers in here, but I've also done them where you can fit a little Hershey nugget this size or whatever kind of candy or whatever you can think of. It doesn't have to be candy, maybe some little toys if you have little kids around that you want. But it's nice because it's not a ton of candy. And my thought was you could make like 3 different colors for each guest. And so because they are small, they would just be cute to have, or maybe in addition to something else. So let me show you how to do that. I do want to lay this down so you can kind of see how darling they are. Let me grab another little block to hoist that up. And then that way you can kind of see these as I put it together, in case you haven't done it before. Stay, little shark, baby shark. Okay, so this is how I did this one. I actually had an old one in a basket. I keep some of my old projects or things that I've gotten at different events, and I take them apart. So that's how I got the measurement on this. I actually don't know what it's called. It looks like a bag box. But this is I didn't write that part down. Oh, how long? I believe it's 4.5 inches, but let's see. Yep, 4.5 inches by 3 inches. So that's 4.5 inches wide by 3 inches. 4.5 inches wide by 3 inches tall. Baby shark, you stay right there. So 4.5 by 3. Okay, Then what you're going to do is you're going to put it on your scoring tool, and you are going to score it at 1/2 inch, 1.5 inch, 2.5, and 3.5 inches. You're going to score it at all of those, and then you're going to flip it, and you're going to score it at 1 inch. Super easy. These are actually really fast, and you can do them, you know, a few different ways with whatever decoration you want on top. So I'm going to move my little candy stampers thing, and I'll put that there. So this is what it would look like once it's cut out. You need to cut off that bottom corner, and then you need to cut your bottom flaps just up that score line to the score line. So you're just going to go 1, 2, 3, and then cut this part out. So you're going to have all these little flaps, okay? That's what I'm going to do right now. And I'm using the Coastal Cabana because it's my favorite color, but I thought they all went cute, very cute and very nicely together. These are the designer papers from our Brights collection. And I have a lot of paper and I want to use it, so I'm using it. Okay, so on this one, I scored and cut everything, but so you could see it, I actually, after I scored it, and it's not a bad idea because some of the paper is harder to see, but after I scored it, I just went over it with a pen so you guys could see what it is I'm doing. So the first thing I want to do is cut this out, my little corner, and just depends on which, you know, you could do it that way, but once it's all done, I'm going to have the polka dot showing. And then on here, it's just a simple cut right to that line. Right to that line. And then I did use some, here, let me fold these as I'm talking. So I want to fold them up so I get the score part of it so that it's easier for me to fold it around. So I used the super strong tearable tape. You know, the tape that you can tear. Oh, baby shark, you need to stay right there. Stay in place. Okay, he can stay like that. Can you see him? Yeah. So I'm going to use the tear tape here. You can use that or anything that's really strong because it is a little box. So you do want it to not pop open. And then what I did, I should have done that last, but oh well. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to start putting glue here, and I'm going to just start gluing it down, gluing it down, gluing it down, and then that piece will fold over. So the way I did it was I used some shark repellent. That will help me when it comes to getting in the water and having the sharks not come near me. So you need to use your shark repellent when you're creating any of your Shark Frenzy projects. So make sure you use a shark repellent, which is also known as our mono liquid glue. And it is my favorite glue to use. So I am just simply going to put, and I'm going to put a little bit of glue here. So you can use the tearable tape on all of it, but I was kind of lazy and making it go a little bit faster. So you're just going to press it down, kind of make sure it's squared up there, and then start all over again. Here we go. And then we're going to press that down and hold it right there. And then one more of some shark repellent. Thank goodness I'm safe. And fold that over. And then just kind of hold it there for 1 second. Okay, that's long enough. Now, I would have taken the tape off of this now, but I got excited and took it off earlier. So you're just going to go ahead and line that up and press it down. And I have this cute little bag, kind of a box bag. So I guess you could do that and make it like a little shopping bag. But I just did it this way. So I want to put some of my lifesavers. And I wanted something, I do have some little fishies, but I really wanted something that was covered because I just didn't want to put anything uncovered. It needs to have some plastic. So I really put those in there. You don't have to put that many. Maybe I won't because it's not wanting to close. But you can make it fit 3. I did it on this one, I think. So I brought over a stapler, but I also have, on these you'll see I made a little banner. Super easy. I did it that it flips over both sides because that's going to kind of be my enclosure, my closure here. So this, I'm all thumbs, is 3 inches by 1 inch. So it's just a simple 3 inch. And then I scored it at 1.5. And then I'm just going to make my little banner with a cut up the middle and to the center there at an angle to get my little corners. And there we go. So there's my little banner. Might not be perfect, but you can always go back and fix it. No one's going to really notice. So when we're making these, you can make, like I said, you can have a little assembly line and make several of them. They're so cute. Come on. There we go. So I'm simply going to take this and close it and then use a stapler. I found that to be the easiest. Now, you guys, this is an antique because I guess I'm kind of an antique. So I'm using my antique stapler. It's the only one I could find. Since I've moved, I can't find my small staplers. There's several things that I actually cannot find. Okay, and what did I do with my little scrap paper? Well, I don't have my cutter right next to me, and I must have left my little piece on the table. One moment. I found it. Or as we say, hold please. Hey, I'm back. Did you guys miss me? My dad would say, oh, were you gone? He's a funny guy. Okay, so I am going to use my Shark Frenzy I Love You stamp because I love all of you. But you guys, I thought this could be cute for really any kind of a party. It could be a baby shower. It could be just your friends coming over. I don't know if any of you do like a bunko night or anything like that. All sorts of fun ideas. So, you know, I used Flirty Flamingo here, Pacific Point here, and then I'm going to use the Coastal Cabana on this one because it's one of my favorite colors. And let me go ahead and stamp that one. So I did a little matchy-matchy with the designer series paper, the cardstock, and the ink. So that's what we're doing here. A little more matchy-matchy. Okay, and then the cute little I love you. Kind of reminds me of the Barney song, right? I love you, you love me. I guess I'm feeling kind of childlike today, so what can I say? On here, all I did was just kind of cut it at a fun angle because I didn't want it to be straight. I wanted it to be a little bit different. And then I took a dimensional and, oh, first I wanted to glue this on because I wanted the dimensional to be like over it a little bit. So I'm just going to put some in the middle. Come on, glue. I mean shark repellent. I am going to put that on here a little high. But what's nice is I can hide that staple that's hiding back there. And then I have room to anchor that with my dimensional. So that will all dry. And then I pop that off. Now I want to show you how this stamps. I do have it stamped and cut out, but I want to show you how cool it is and what it looks like. So for the base, I used a black Memento ink, and I better move this out of the way. Well, I have another block here. And then I used the stamps, and it's really cool because I thought these were colored in, but they're not. They're actually another stamp. I did something like this last week or the week before, I think, and it looked like it had been colored with a marker, but it's not. You just line them up. So we're going to start with our black ink, and we're we're going to stamp the baby shark, 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 baby shark, 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 shark. And then we are going to put the color on it. So let me get that. Moving this stuff out of my way. Okay, so the black goes away, and now the Coastal Cabana comes into play. Ha, little rhyme there. And on this one, it's so cool because they made the stamp so easy to line up with the two little fins. So we're just going to line those up. Get the bottom fin, the two fins, and voila. It is so much fun, and I love how these colors look on the little sharks. Super cute. Oops, I keep covering up my cleaning pad here. There we go. So I did die cut it already, and I did that I have my die cut machine right behind me, but it was just easier because I have so much stuff on my table. I thought, all right, I need to make this work. Okay, so let me take a look in the camera, see how it's looking. Oh, pretty good here. So we're going to take baby shark, and we are going to just pop him or her up. And now we have our three little colors for little fun little party favors. And like I said, it could be for an adult, it could be for kids, it could be for whatever your little heart desires. It'd be fun for a pool party too. Yay! Project number 1. That's it. I'm moving on to the next one. I hope you love it as much as I do, because it just makes me so happy. Happy. All right, so here we have our little projects. I will scoot them over here and make room for the next one. Next up, oh my gosh, here comes another shark. Okay, it might have been the same one, but pretend like it's a different one. Let's get the next project, little sharky here. Okay, so I want to know, and you'll have to answer, if there's any card sharks out there. Are there any card sharks out that are viewing this today? I'm not a card shark, but I thought that was kind of funny, so I had to bring it out. So here they come swimming along. Here comes a couple of little sharks. Party favors for those that are card sharks. Look how stinking cute these are. Oh my gosh. You guys, this is the mini curvy keepsake box. And I use Pacific Point and the Daffodil Delight, and I'm going to make one to show you how easy it is. These are on the clearance rack. I'm hoping that they're still available to get this die set, because it is just adorable. I've had it and I haven't even used it in a really long time, and I'm so sad that it's going, because now I have a fun couple of projects that I want to show you. So let me show you how to make this, okay? So you guys have to swim over here for a few minutes, and I'll pull them in on the side so that they can watch and enjoy. So I thought this would be fun for anybody that has, thanks, Amy, anybody that maybe is doing like a card party, again, like Bunko or Pokino or anything like that. A lot of people have euchre parties and all of that. So I thought, how fun would this be for any kind of a party? It could even be the little baby shark party. So it could be another one for a baby shower or anything like that. So I have already cut it out. This is the die. This is what it looks like. I did use a half a sheet of cardstock. It might be a little bit much, but I did use a half a sheet, cut it 5 1/2. And then any of the remnants that I had, I was able to cut out like the extra fin on top and the fins on the side. So you could even put one on the back if you wanted, but I didn't think about that. So I die cut it out, and then I die cut a white one. And with this, the reason I did this is because on the shark, I am going to cut the bottom. This was the first one I made, and I just cut like one of these off, just like that. And then it'll go glued to the bottom, and then it'll come up around the front like that. And I'll show you. But after I did that, I thought, gee, I could make 2 and cut it in half in the center here. So if you went straight across, then you can use these two pieces on two different of the dies of the curvy box. So it was just something that I thought of after I had already done the first one. Why not use it and make two? So all I did was, and I will do that on here just for showing you purposes. So this one, if I just go in and cut this off like so, now I can use this on one box, and then I can use this one on another. Okay, so I'll use it on this one. But it just to save you paper, and you don't need to cut the whole die. You really only need this piece, and make sure you cut this big enough. And I'll show you again how that's going to work. Okay, so listen up, you card sharks. This is how this box goes together. It's really very cool. If you've never seen it, a lot of people have struggled putting them together. There's a little tiny score line there, and that's just so that it can come together in the middle. Oh my goodness, my fingers. And then you just kind of press down on it, and it makes it plump. And then this easily goes over the top. Easily, I said. And then it hooks right underneath there. So there's a little latch kind of thing. It's just a little notch, I meant to say. And it just hooks right in there. You can see it on this side, how it's a little notch. So before you want to decorate it, and before you close it, you want to fill it with your candy. So I do have more candy, and I was able to fit at least 5. And these Lifesavers, guess what? They have 5 colors: red, purple, orange, green, and I think the white one is like pineapple. I just know the white colored one is my favorite. So then again, if you push down on the box and make it more plump and squatty, then that piece hooks on really easily. I have fought and fought trying to pull, but just press down on the cardstock and make it have some, it does have give on it, and just flip it over and it'll stay in place. Oops, I didn't put it down low enough. But then it'll sit underneath that little notch. Okay, so I chose on these, this was going to be my front. That was how I did it on these other little dudes. So what I'm going to do next is shark repellent my pieces. Oh, one thing I did do on here, because I really did not want it popping up and I didn't want the mess. I didn't want it to get messy with my glue. Sometimes when I'm working with smaller things, it can get a little messy. And I love that glue and I use it all the time. But for this particular one, I did use my terrible tape, because I can put it down and it tears. That's why I call it terrible tape. I don't have to pull my scissors out to cut it. Get it? So funny. Gosh, you guys, I hope you share this video and any of my videos. I am on YouTube under Candy Michael Stampin' Up Demonstrator. I tried searching for myself on there, just under Candy Michael, and I noticed I had to put in Stampin' Up Demonstrator because I have several videos. You can also find them on my candystampers.com under gallery. I have, if I've uploaded them to YouTube, then they will also show up in my gallery. So here we go. Now I have the top and the bottom that are going to definitely be secured, and then I'm going to use this glue. And the only reason I did that was because I like both of the glues, and this has just worked so perfectly for me on the other ones that I put together. So I thought I would do it again. So here we go. We are doing our little face here. Let me get a little more glue right there. We go. I feel so much better that it's all covered. All right, so this part was a little tricky because you want to match up those score lines in that bottom part, and then you want to match up your sides. Make sure those are lined up. And then, oops, that's up too high. or I didn't measure this and it's just up a little too high, but that's all right. We're going to make it work. So I had wanted it to be about 7/8 high, and I wasn't even thinking about that when I did that. So before you cut this part, you just want to measure it to be about 7/8 high. So you would cut it right about here. So when it folds around, it won't be up as high as I just did, but it's going to be fine. So this was a fun fact. Well, my fun fact. So these little bubble dies worked perfectly for the eyeballs. I was sitting here going, oh, do I use retired punches? I don't have any circle punches. And I'm staring right at the dies going, hello, I can use my little bubble punches or my little bubble dies. And I did. So I felt like it was a eureka moment. Oh, and look, I already had my piece cut and measured. I knew I did. I used the one that I demoed for you guys, but it's all good. It works. It's just more of me showing you the fun ideas. Okay, so I cut out some of these little bubbles, and because so much of this was a lot of pieces, I went ahead, because I had to run it through twice to get this size white, and then to get this size of the black. So I didn't want to have that mess everywhere. Like I said, I did it ahead of time. I went ahead and used glue dots and glued the black eyeball to the white. And then I'm going to use, I did use glue dots on that, but I want to use some dimensionals because I can pop up the eyeballs right. My fingers are sticky, right like this. And it'll be adorable. Adorable. Like I said, it's a shark frenzy. So here we're going to just pop up an eye, pop up another eye, and now for the mouth. So this was fun. I had to figure out, looking at pictures of the little shark, baby shark stuff and whatnot. So I cut a piece that's like, it's a piece of red, 1 inch by 1 1/4 inch. You guys, I don't know who thinks of this stuff, but I had to figure out how they did that. So this is Candy's version, and I had to make it simple because I'm pretty simple. Oh yeah, you could use wiggly eyes. That would be really, really cute. Hello, Glenda. Did you guys get snow out where you are? So I'm just going to cut a little scoop like a mouth, and then I'm going to cut another scoop along the bottom, like the bottom of the mouth. Kind of straight, not straight, but kind of matchy, but you guys get the idea. It's not perfect. It's kind of looking funny, but you want to see my little trick for the teeth, because I thought this was, oh, thanks. I thought this was really fun. So if you have the ice cream punch, this is what I used. I used the little corner of the punch to punch out the mouth. So can you see? I'm going to show you how I did it, but can you see how I did that? Yep. I had a little time on my hands. You guys, but this was so much fun. I literally just put it in the corner and started punching. And just punch. Some are a little bit bigger. Some are not. And just kind of did it any way I want. Look at that. You can have a crooked smile. You can have a straight smile. It's your project. Any way you want to do it. Let's see, I'm getting, here, I'll go back this way. There we go. I wanted it to look more like a tooth, like a triangle. Some, like I said, can be bigger. And don't forget to dump it out every now and then. And then I wanted that last one. Look at how fun. That's how your cute little smile comes out. So you could do it with scissors, but I didn't want to. I wanted to use my punches, and then I'm going to glue that on. Is that just not too funny? So use your shark repellent, and you want to glue this down. Oops, not too much, Candy. I got too excited. I got so excited when its little mouth came out. And then we're going to just put this down here like so. Oh my gosh. Can you guys tell? I am just loving this. It is too much fun. I wish somebody else was in here to laugh with me, but I know you guys are out there laughing too. So Keep it going. Keep it going. So again, I thought these would be a really fun thing for any card shark. All right, next, I did freehand cut the fin. But when I do this type of stuff, you guys, I come up with a template so I don't have to redraw it each time. So my first template was rather large, and then I had to, because it's for, did I do that for another project? I'm looking around, and thank you, Debbie. I can't remember if I did it for another project, but it ended up I had to shrink it down for the top of this because it really isn't all that large. But draw a template and then keep it on a piece of cardstock. I had all my templates on this and I couldn't see the pencil marks, so I had to redo it on a lighter color. So on my for the fin part, I did come up with one, and then what I did was I made it big and then I put a little score line in it, so that I could fold it back like that. Maybe you could see it better on this one, where I could fold it back and have something to glue it on. So make sure it had to be a little bit longer. So make sure you cut yours a little bit longer, and that's why it looks huge. So on my orange ones, I did just that. So I have 1 and 2. And then you can actually, once you fold it back, it might not be the same shape. So you can go back and do a little trim here and a little trim there and get those so that they look better. Not that you're really going to see them, but we're going to put those on the side. And I did use my tear tape. I did end up having to cut it slim. So I cut it like in half so that I could make it fit right like that. And if it's too big or too long, I should say, you can always fold it back over. And what I mean by that is if it's too long, you just flip it back over like that. See? Nice and easy. You don't have to worry about bringing your scissors out and trimming it down. Just told you I'm all about easy. Come on. And then just push that back. So this, I kind of eyeballed where the top of the white of the mouth was. Well, that's how I did it on the other ones. But again, this one was a little bit taller. Look at how stinking cute that is. And then on this one, oops. Well, I did that one backwards, but I put the glue on the other side. But you know what? It doesn't matter. But I normally would have had it flipping back like that. But it won't matter. It still works, see? How cute. It still looks cute. And then for the top of the fin, which it should be a little more pointy, I think. Kind of like that. So this, what I decided to do was also score it. And I can actually give you a measurement if you need it. But I was trying to make it pretty simple. So I'm trying to kind of cut this part down so it fits better. So what you have to be mindful of is to know that you don't want to glue this thing shut. You want it to be able to open. Oops, I'm pulling the wrong fin. So I'm going to glue it right here on this side. And that's why I don't have 2 of them, because I didn't want to glue the whole thing closed. Because if I do it this way, it'll still fit and the whole thing will still open. So I'm going to use some of our strong tape again, the terrible tape. And I just felt like this worked the best. So I can actually put the whole thing down right along that score line and then just pop it up. You guys, isn't this so stinking cute? It really isn't that hard. Once you make one, you'll see it goes pretty fast. And you could do it again in an assembly line. So this is going to go right on here. And I'm going to butt it right up against that. Right up against this. But by me doing it that way, isn't that too cute? Now I can still open it, or your guests, the recipients, can still open this, and your little fin will still be there. So you don't want to glue it shut. You can if you want them to rip it open, but don't you feel like when you make stuff like that, it's such a masterpiece? It's like, do not tear that open, please. This is my masterpiece, and I want you to enjoy it. But look at how cute. Do 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 do. So those would be really, really fun for a card shark party. And now you have a theme to play with. So I thought that was pretty fun. All right, are you guys enjoying this? I have more and more and more. And I may take up a little more of your time today, but I can't help it. I just have so much that I wanted to show you. So Marcia came over and she helped me. And one of the things that she did was she made these darling little glass, like, you know how they have like wine charms or glass charms? So look at how cute that is. Let me see what you can see in here. Hi, Mindy. Oh, thank you. But these are so cute. I'm trying to find where I can see the camera. This is the Daffodil Delight. This is the large shark. And I will show you how to make one. But she just stamped the front, die cut it out, and then just die cut the back. And then look what she did. She glued onto the glass, just glued some of the little fish and seaweed. So I just think this is so cute. And we were laughing. We're like, these could be wine charms. So I'm going to show you how to make one, because the other thing you can do is you can decorate your bowl. Oh, look, there's a cute little swimmer dude. I wonder what his name is. Let's see what his name is. Oh, it's Brad. Hello, Brad. I don't know if you guys have seen these glass charms, but they're hilarious. So we had to add Brad to the party, and it looks like Brad is going to dive into this bowl of yummy, yummy fish. So look, these are all like wine charms or beer charms, whatever you want. And we just had a blast making these. So let me show you how to make them really quickly. They are super cute. And while I'm making them, some of these little guys might have to swim up and help. Maybe they'll just watch. Looks like they're doing some push-ups, doesn't it? So they can watch while I'm making all of these, well, not all of them, but while I'm making this little fun little thing. So I have my piece of cardstock for the back, and that's the balmy blue. And then I have a scrap of white. So I need to stamp the large shark. Come here, large shark. We need to stamp you and then die cut you out and show everybody how this works. So if you guys don't have these sharks, I'm telling you, they are so much fun. I have had a blast all week coming up with projects. And like I said, this one today is going to take a little bit longer because I couldn't stop. Just couldn't stop myself. And I didn't want to, I guess I could have gone on to next week, but I wanted to show you while I had you tuned in. So the stamping on these are super easy. And let me clean him off. And then I want to add the inside of the shark. So the color on this guy, and I hope I brought it over. Yes, it's right here. It's hiding under my Coastal Cabana, but I am using the Balmy Blue. And we used Balmy Blue, Bermuda Bay, Poppy Parade, Pacific Point, and Pumpkin. So you can use any colors you want, but we came up with 6 different colors. Oh, and the daffodil that was hanging off of the glass. So again, these line up very easily. Just want to line it up. And as I say that, I hope it's going on there straight. Yay! Sometimes my head isn't right over the top, and so I can't really see it until I stamp it. So I just hold my breath and say, oh, I hope it works. And it did. So I'm very, very happy. Muy feliz. Okay, now this little dude is going to swim over. And what I did was I just put them together like this and then ran it through the die cut machine, because you can cut both at one time. And that will give you your front and your back. And just die cut them out together. And as it swims away, another one swims inside. So, hey, look, it's done. By the miracle of YouTube or Facebook Live. So all you need to do is place 3 of your dimensionals. If you want them to hang, she had to play with this a little bit to make them hang just right on the top, but it worked out just fine. So you're going to just place your dimensionals like that, kind of along the top. And once you do that, remove the papers, please. Then you just simply line them up. I just started down at the fin, kind of came around. Line them up, and now it's going to hang. So we have this one, and now you can kind of fold it back a little bit if you want, and then just put it right onto the glass. Look at how cute! Oh my gosh, I can't tell you how much fun these are. You can kind of mold it to the glass, but how fun you could have like a whole color coordinated party. That wasn't quite coming out right. And do like a whole theme, a whole shark theme, and just have fun with it. So here's this. You can also fill your glass with some yummy Swedish fish. And here's our another little guy hanging on. And this is Josh. They have their names down here. So here's Josh, and Josh is joining the party also. And with you having some of your party favors, you have a glass you can decorate. Super cute. Oops, I'm not even in the camera here. That you can decorate. Super cute. Amy. Ida's here. And then you can have some fish. Oh my gosh, Josh just jumped off. He must not have wanted to stay on that glass. Okay, and then of course we have our little shark friends here. Cute. Okay, so here's more party fun, all right? All right, boys. Swim away. So I'll have them hang out there. All right. My last project that I have to show you how to make, and this is so much fun. So, sometimes you just have to start thinking things through and looking outside the box. So this stamp die set called Open Range Dies. I keep looking at it, and I know last week I used this. By the way, I forgot to post the winners. I'll have to go back and post that. But I kept looking at this die going, what is this for? What's it for? And I've seen a couple samples done where it's kind of the opening like to a ranch. Maybe you would be going in the drive or the cattle would go through. And it's kind of like the gate. So I thought, well, I like the shape. And I had a different use for it. But I'm super excited because I had it. Otherwise, I would have had to buy it and expedite it because I had to use it for this project. So are you ready what I'm going to do here? Maybe I just have to show you the finished project and then show you how I made it. I'm going to do that. Are you guys buckled in? Because this is like my finale, but I'll have a couple other cards to show you. But I just love this. Okay, so swimming in. Uh-oh, it's a shark. Oh my gosh. Shark. And look, it's got some bubbles coming up. And the fin. Oh my goodness. What could it be? You ready? Uh-oh, I forgot your birthday. Oh my God. I had so much fun. Look, here's the die here, and here. So I used it on all 3 places. And oh my goodness. It was so much fun. This is a pop-up card, and it's super fun and very easy to make. So I'm going to show you how I did it. You can make anything with this pop-up card, but why not have one that's from Jaws? Because I was a fan of Jaws way back when, growing up in Southern California. Oh my gosh, it was a trip. And I had written down that Jaws was filmed or released on June 20th of 1975. So I would have been in high school back then. But anyways, you guys, check it out. Doo-doo-doo-doo. All right, I'm going to show you how I did it. Ready? So I used the Balmy Blue cardstock. And that is my base. It is 8.5 inches long by 4.25 inches wide. And then I have a white piece that I cut down just 1/8 smaller. So it is, that's not right. Huh, let me look. I think I only cut it down 1/8 smaller, but maybe not. There it is, 4 1/8. I had the wrong one. 4 1/8 by 10 3/4. So that's not really 1/8 though. Yeah, 10 3/4 by 4 1/8. Because all I wanted it to do, it had to be smaller, otherwise your card won't close. So you're going to do that, and then you're going to score it. I scored it first at 5.5, and then I measured it to cut 1/8 off of each side. But either way, it will score at 5 3/8 once you cut it down. So on here, what I did was I cut the pop out part at about 1.5 inches. So, you know, I eyeball everything. So if you want to know where your center is on here, you know, find the center, and then I just eyeballed it. So I did like 1.5 inches gap. So I'm just going to cut, guys, because that's how I roll. So I'm going to go down. And then if you really want to measure, you go right about there. But it doesn't have to be. I want it to be more in the middle. So mine's not going to be that wide because I didn't cut that one off to the side enough. But anyway, you want to just cut it down enough also that it'll pop up. So I cut it down about not quite, like it's like 7/8 of an inch. So not quite at 1 inch to go down. And then when you open this up, this is so cool. Oh, when you do that, then you want to bring it forward and fold it. And then you want to flip it backwards and fold it. This does not have to have score lines or anything because it's not going to be seen. But this is called a super easy pop-up. And then that comes forward and it lays down. And then you're just going to kind of crease it. You can use your bone folder if you want. That's it. That is my pop-up mechanism right here. Can you see that? I'm trying to look where it is. There's the camera. Okay. So now what I want to do is I'm going to do all my stamping and everything first, and then I'm going to glue it down. So let me find my bone folder and put this down. And then I will put the inside in last after I stamp it. Because if it's not right after doing all this work, I'm going to scream. Ah! Like people would do if they really did see a shark. Okay, so let's go to the front. So the front is a piece of white at 4 5 1/4. And then I cut a piece of Pool Party. Now, I like to cut in 8s. If you don't, just cut it to the next size. But this is, I only wanted a tiny bit of white showing, and that's why. So this is 3 7/8 by 5 1/8. But I know some people don't like cutting in 8s. So I'm going to use my shark repellent, and I am going to just glue this on, this part. La, la, la. Put that down and get my nice little border. And then I did use the one of the 3D textile embossing folder to add a little bit of texture. It needed something, a little something, something. So I did that. And then, oh my gosh. So in our dies here, okay, little Sharky, you need to move. In our dies, we have all sorts of fun stuff. So there's a wave in there, this little wave. So I die cut out using that textile designer series paper that we have. And I already cut it for you so that you didn't have to sit here and yawn. And so I cut out 3 different layers of the blue one. So it has, you know, the different papers are in there, but I didn't bring them all over. And then I'm going to start at the bottom. I'm just going to put a little bit of glue along the bottom because I need to fill in my next piece right on top of that. So if you die cut all this stuff and have it done ahead of time, it will go a lot faster. So on this one, I want to put this one down. And you can use either side of the die, or either side of the cut, I should say, after you've cut it. And just put it down in there. And then we're going to put this one down and have the little wavy part to the top. Like so. Oh my God, this is so stinking cute. Okay, and then pull that side up a little bit more. And then I'm going to put in this part. And put that down there. And I did that because I really needed some more color in between these waves. And then lastly, and hopefully this isn't, it's not too tall, but if it is, I can cut it down. And we're just going to push that in. So using this glue allows you a little more time to get that in there too. How cute is that? All right. So next, I need to add in all my shark stuff. I hope I have a fin. Here it is. I knew I had cut one of these before that I was looking for. It's right in my little bin. Okay. Well, I didn't cut, so I'm going to use this one. It's not the right color, guys, but bear with me. I have to use this for my little shark thingy. Oh, no. Let me just grab this paper because that's going to drive me crazy. Probably like it would drive you nuts. Takes 2 seconds, right? So while I'm doing that, let me dump out my other pieces here because, oh my gosh, I die cut out all of my bubbles. And I'm going to put those right here. Not yet. Not yet. Not yet. Now I have too much out here. All right, let me do my fin super fast because Candy didn't do it. But we really want this fin on here because that is like part of the whole show, right? And how long would that take? Just 1 second. So I hope you guys are loving this because it was really fun. And Marcia helped me a lot coming up with those little wine charm things. When we saw the little guys, she goes, oh my gosh, that would be really fun to make those. So we did the little shark ones, wine charms, beer charms, whatever works. Okay, now I have my fin. Yes, that's what it needed. And then we got to put this on. So it'll still slide down. So make sure you don't glue the top of your water. Kind of bring that up. Could have had more of a point, but that, you guys get it, right? Oh my gosh. Hi, Linda. All right, let me finish. So on here, what I did was I die cut out all of the little bubbles. And again, we have those the bubble dies that come in this set. So I thought, oh, how cute is that? Okay, come on out, bubbles. I was worried about that. So I just die cut both of them, both sets, and used a little bit of what I had. So on this one, I started with the big bubbles. And on this one, it's going to be hidden underneath. So you can put it down like that. So it'll be kind of hidden with the glue. And then we have a little more. Just bear with me as I build our bubbles here, because the shark is under the water there and we want to be nowhere near him, right? So on some of these, it was easier to use a glue dot as well and just kind of pop them up. All right, let me get the banner because the banner has to go on next. So what I did with the banner, oh yeah, I have all these little notes on here. So this one is 3/4 of an inch by 3 3/4 inch long. And so I want to stamp my shark. And This is my Jaws card. I have to call it my Jaws card because I just think it's hilarious. It's the, oh my gosh, I'm late and forgot your birthday. So with this one, I used the navy, excuse my arms, but I did use the navy ink pad. And I just kind of randomly stamped shark, and then shark, and then shark. See? That was easy, but I have to show you. Did you notice the little exclamation on the back of that? Let me show you how I did that. Because that one, I kind of did and held my breath again and said, oh, I hope it works. So I'm going to try it again in hopes that it works. So on the I love you, there's a little exclamation. So I literally just very carefully tapped it in the ink. Oh, I got it everywhere but where I needed it. So if it doesn't work, I'm going to skip it. But as of right now, I'm doing it. Okay. So got the light right in the wrong spot there. There we go. I see it. So I inked it up, and then I'm going to put exclamation point. Ta-da! I held my breath and it worked every time. Well, not every time, but at least it did this time. Okay, so moving on. I did do a little banner, and I might not have as long of one, but it'll still be very nice. Very cute. Just do a little banner on the edge. And then you want to take your bone folder and just kind of pull this up. I was going to run it across, but my ink might be a little wet. I had just re-inked this pad, and I want to make sure. So I did use dimensionals, and I just used 3. 1, 2, 3. Popped it up on the back, praying this isn't wet and that I'm not smearing it. Whoa. Settle down over there, guys. All right, now we're going to put our little banner here because we want to add some more bubbles. So, of course, each one of these are going to come out a little differently. That's okay. Let's get this little guy with a little bit of glue. Oh, my goodness. I usually see better with my glasses off, but I'm struggling. All right, put this here. And then I'm going to pop up this one. I think this was the right one. It doesn't really matter. Where'd you go? There you are. And hopefully my glue dot will be the right size. I'll have to go back and read what you wrote, Dina, because I didn't understand it. But I was trying to look up really fast. There! Isn't that cute? Okay, so here we have our front done. Now let's work on the inside. This part, you guys, unbelievable. It really isn't that hard. But just explaining everything, I wanted to make sure I made sense. Because sometimes I don't make sense. All right, you ready? So here is the die from the cowboy set, the open range set. And like I said, I kept looking at it going, what is that for? Well, it's for a shark card. Exactly, for a shark card. So I know now what it's for. Now you guys know what it's used for. So let me show you how I did it. So I die cut out the correct size. And then I went down to a 3-inch piece, die cut that for the white, and then I went down to a 1 1/4 inch piece and die cut that out because that is going to be the mouth. So once we get to the mouth here, I'll show you. Just like that. So I am going to show you how I did the teeth and everything. All right, let's go ahead and glue down. This one is 3 inches. I had written it on the back, so I wouldn't forget. But I did forget. So a lot of good that did. All right, and then I'm kind of tapping it down to make sure it's straight. So here's one. And then before I glue this down, let me show you how I got the teeth. So this was a piece that I cut at 5/8 of an inch. So I didn't want my teeth to be too big. So if you're like me and you cut it once, you're thinking, why didn't I mark that? So I had to mark it so that now you guys know. And then I'm going to take my, what do you call this? Ice cream cone punch again. And I'm going to get my teeth. Let's start cutting. So I need 8. And this way you can see, and actually if you kind of go back and forth, you want to make sure you don't get any of these little pieces stuck in your punch. So I do suggest that you dump it out after each time. So I'm going to do this and get 8 pieces. And then once I do all that, I am going to glue them on. And let me show you, because I knew that would take a long time, so I did it ahead of time. So let me show you, but oh my gosh, I found a shark's tooth. I think I'm going to make a necklace out of it. If I find another one, I'll make earrings. But how fun, I found a shark tooth. Okay, so I already have this done, and I just started by gluing them down on the bottom and then kind of glued them into the top. So I did cut out 8, and they're about 5/8 of an inch tall. Some are bigger, some are smaller. That makes it kind of fun, but that's all I did was use my punch to do that for you. So it's done, and that took me a while, so I knew I wanted to do that ahead of time. So let's go ahead and glue that on as well. And by the magic of television, right? Isn't that what they used to say? Let's put that on here, because I knew, like I said, that it would take me a while. So we'll bring that down just a little bit. Make sure that's straight. Oh my gosh, I love this card. So again, with the punches, the bubble punches, I went ahead and cut out some eyes. Come out. Don't be shy, guys. Don't be shy, eyes. And so I am going to glue. It's the wrong size. I cut the wrong size, but you know what? I'm going to use them anyway, because I don't have time to cut more. So I cut the wrong size, but who cares, right? So they're going to have big eyes. This guy is going to have some big eyes. Oh, let's see. I'm almost done. This is going to be so cute. And then we're going to put his eyes, come over here, kind of off to the side, like I did on that one. See, I used the smaller black in the middle, but you can use any of them. They all work. So let's glue him down. I did not use dimensionals because it's the inside of the card, and I didn't want it popping up too thick. So let's go ahead and get his eyes on it. Oh, this cracks me up. I love this. Okay, so now that I have the shark made, let me go ahead and do my stamping, and then we can glue him together. So on the inside, every time I looked at his face, I thought, okay, that reminds me of oh my gosh, I forgot your birthday card. So I looked through some of the stamps that are still current, and I found this one that was from Happiest of Birthdays. And so I used that. Happy a little bit late birthday. I don't think that's the right size block. Oh, thank goodness. I can reach this one. Okay, I'm going big. Go big or go home, right? So I'm going to go ahead and ink this up. The better to see you with, my dear. Yes. And now I just bumped that. Okay. And here I go. Let's bring that where it's flat. And I'm going to bring that right up to the top. And I see I have ink on my block, so I'm really hoping I don't get that on my paper. Thank you, Lord. Thank you, Lord. Looking good. Now I can show you how I glued it all together. And I have my masterpiece. And once I show you this card, I'll show you just a couple more samples that we made and all the fun of Shark Week. So thanks for hanging in there with me. I'm literally finishing up here. So what I want to do is I want to glue this down first to the inside. Let me open this up. And I found it easier to just do, let's see, that is the front. I found it easier to just do one side at a time. So I don't want to get it too close because I don't want all that glue coming out. Ooh, heavy on the glue there, Candy. Slow down. Whoa, big fella. Okay, so now we've got the shark repellent working well here. So this piece is going to get glued right in the center. So I want a little border on both sides and making sure that it's straight. Okay. So we have that. Now I can do this side. And I'm going to put it on the white. Always put your glue on the smaller piece that you're working with, because if you do it on the big piece, it may not be where the card is going to land. So then you're going to simply close this and work it out. Work it out, work it, work it. Bring on the strong boys, work it out. They're doing push-ups. Yay! Okay, so here we have the outside and the inside. And now all I'm going to do is put my glue here on the part that pops up, because I have no idea where that is on the fish, on our shark. But I do know that it's going to be right here. And that way, I can put this down like that and kind of hold that for a second, because it will slide. You can also use your tearable tape and have it ready to go before you do all this part. So I'm going to close that and hope that it didn't move. Oh, it didn't. He didn't swim away. Yay! So here is the second one that we just made. And shark, shark, shark. Ah! Happy little bit late birthday. Oh, I'm so easily entertained, and I hope you guys are too. All right, so thank you for watching. I have just a couple of cards that we've already made, that Marsha made, and one of them, and it's just adorable. This card was made by Wendy Crawford. I was in a card swap, and I loved all of her colors and theme on this. So this is Wendy's card. And it is a baby shark, doot, 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 baby shark, doot, 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 doot. So I thought that one was really cute. But then this is the one that Marsha made that I fell in love with as well. And the stamp on here is coming from senior years, and I used the happy retirement stamp. So you guys ready? This one's really cute. I have a whole box of these little umbrellas, and so we thought that was fun to put that on. So we did a happy retirement, and nothing on the inside, but super cute. So thank you so much for watching. I know I went a little long today, but I just had so much that I had to share with you, and just knew that you guys would love this as much as I do. And we'll bring in some of these little guys that were trying to help with the cards, and my little shark, and my I love yous. So we have, oops, I'll put this one down here. So we have so many fun things to share. And oh yeah, I'm missing these guys, the little wine charms. So we'll put this here and here, and I hope you guys can see all of those in my camera if I move it up. Thank you for watching today. I so enjoyed our Shark Frenzy time. Thank you. And again, I will be live at 4/11 next week for some 411 fun on April 28th. And thanks for joining me. Thank you, Mindy. Sharking amazing. Thanks, guys. I had so much fun. Thanks for joining me. And happy swimming, happy wishing for summer in this snowy time. Have a great day. Love you all. Thanks for joining me. Bye.